Recording in progress.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the August 21st, 2025 meeting of the Finance Administration Committee. I am Jim Spear. I'm the chair of this committee. Mike Solomonson is the vice chair. Michael Gardini is a member of this committee. And as always, we're joined by Borough Manager Maggie Dobbs and Assistant Borough Manager Emily Pisano. And let's start off with the approval of minutes for July 17th meeting.
So moved. I second.
Okay, everyone had a chance to look at it?
Yes.
Pretty good, ain't it? Okay.
I love AI.
Hey, it's only semi-AI. I go over
Right.
that. I go over that letter by letter. Okay, all in favor of approving the minutes for July? Okay, thank you. That is approved. Treasurer's report. Ms. Dobbs.
All right, so we are just past our mid-year and everything is looking good. We finalized the last of our reimbursement requests to Amtrak for the design of the bridge. And so I don't believe that this report shows that, but that money was transferred then from our bridge account to our capital account to repay that. And then we should be expecting our reimbursement sometime in the next couple of months, before the end of the year, is my expectation. So you'll start to see some numbers change in the capital account to reflect that. Otherwise, looking at some of our other budget numbers, just about everything is looking good and on track. We do have some overages. Again, we had some of our overtime just from earlier in the year. So we're getting close to maxing that out in terms of what the budget was, but nothing that's too unusual that really stood out. So unless you have any other questions, there's really nothing that I feel needs to be directly discussed.
Anyone? I had someone ask me a question, just a general question about what happens if cost overruns on bridge construction. They bid a certain amount. Mm-hmm. Does that number float with building costs, for instance, like if steel shoots up or whatever?
Yeah, so the construction cost of the bridge is 100% federally funded. Mm-hmm. So that actually isn't a cost that we should have to bear. Uh-huh. The way that the reimbursement structure is set up is that for the majority of the costs that we will incur for the bridge, we actually request the reimbursement up front, so that gets sent to us, and then we pass that on to the contractor and to our construction management firm, which is TPD, it's Transportation Planning Design. So for the most part, we're not actually spending any of our money, so we receive the reimbursement and we're just the middleman to pass that through. Yeah. In terms though, if the bridge costs do run over, the project costs do have contingencies in them, so there is kind of an estimated budget that assumes some sort of cost overruns. If it's substantial, that's a good question. I don't 100% know. I mean, we shouldn't have to, I don't believe that the borough is going to have to accommodate any additional costs for construction because the agreement is that we don't actually have any construction costs ourselves because it is 100% federally funded. But I can certainly follow up with the construction manager to get more details on that question.
Thank you. All right, let's move on to action items. First would be anyone with a motion for scheduled bills for the general, sewer, and solid waste funds totaling $1,009,633.72.
I move to recommend approval of the scheduled bills for the general sewer and solid waste funds totaling $1,009,633.72. Second.
Okay. Questions on bills? This is I don't think I've seen $1 million in a month before. I just noticed, just caught my eye. Mm-hmm. Is what accounts for the extra expense or the particular expense this month?
So just checking where we have the big numbers here.
Priority,
We did have some of our quarterly, like our payments to Laura Marion for sewer.
yeah.
And the big one,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, what's included in here really is the, less of a payment, this is the Amtrak down payment, that $735,000. That's really the big thing here, otherwise the rest are standard bills.
Got it.
So you'll see that in the capital fund, it's recorded as a bill, but this is the money that we had set aside as our down payment, or our deposit. So when I say we don't have any, but this is our construction cost money. But again, because it's all funded, this is the only money that we pay up front for the construction, and then this is going to actually be returned to us when the project is complete.
Oh, okay.
So you'll see later on this evening, when I give my capital presentation, in our projected funding sources, this actually comes back to us in 2029, 2030. That gets then lumped back into our capital finances for budget projections.
See.
Gotcha.
Good. Okay. That all sounds good. Any other questions that anyone has? No. Okay. Let's move on to action item B. And this is-
I think, do we have to vote to?
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Forgot. Can we vote to pay the bills and for that amount? $1,009,633.72. Okay, all in favor. Great. Super. Thank you for the reminder. Let's move on to B. Can I have a motion for the maintenance of Foxhall, Narwin, and Hanson Court?
So moved.
Second.
All right. What's contained in this?
So this is the ordinance that was authorized for advertisement last month at council meeting. This is related to that, I should say. So this is a resolution that is like a supplement to the ordinance. So essentially, PennDOT's requirement is that if the borough has been maintaining the street for more than 21 years, then we can claim it as ours. So for dedication, so this is just a supplement to the dedication, the ordinance of dedication. We have records to show that we meet that. So we have the certification that Jeff Eldon, our public works director, has signed off on. And so this is just to certify that the certificates of maintenance are true. And then we just adopt this by resolution. So just certifying that we've been maintaining the roadways, which we have been.
And that's, I think, the main reason why I felt comfortable with us taking on that liability, because we've already been doing it for so long.
Sure.
Folks at this point probably have an expectation that we're going to continue doing that.
Yeah, I see.
We got something was sent to Fred, and I think,
About the streetlights?
yeah, and I think the person sort of misinterpreted the intent of this, and I don't know. I know Fred said that he was going to refer to John Walco for a response, but my sense was that they were sort of misinterpreting what the intent of this was, so hopefully that got clarified.
Okay, hopefully that coming through John.
And that question is related to the actual ordinance
Right.
amendment itself, not the resolutions.
Right.
Yeah. So the resolution is just certifying maintenance.
Right, the
There was-
resolution is just like, this is what we need to do this to comply with the law that allows us to take it over.
Right,
Yeah.
and the question that came up, and Mr. Walker will address that during the business meeting.
Oh, okay.
But that had to do with a question about the language in the ordinance itself. But this is
Okay.
just the resolution for the maintenance.
Okay, that sounds good. Should we vote on this? Okay, let's vote. All in favor? Yes, for resolution maintenance. Okay. Action item C, 2025-17 sale of borough vehicle.
So moved.
Second.
Yeah, so this is the old police car, right?
Time that for everything.
So this is the sale of Chief String's current vehicle. So we had two Crown Vics. One we sold earlier this year. The other Crown Vic is the vehicle that Chief String has been using. This is the one that we are replacing with the new Mustang that we have the lease agreement that we authorized at last month's meeting to replace. So this is just to sell then his current and soon to be outgoing vehicle.
Yeah. Do we sell it on municipal bid?
Yes.
Big fan.
Ever faithful.
All right, we're not sorry to see that go, right?
Nope.
Okay, all right, all in favor of the resolution to sell the police vehicle? Thank you very much. Action item D, resolution to approve construction payments of the Amtrak Bridge.
I gleefully move to approve the resolution 2025-18, approval of the construction payments for Amtrak Bridge.
Second.
All right.
Gleefully.
Do we even need to talk about this?
No.
So Bill, if I can just briefly, so to the point I was making earlier, this is how the payments are processed. So the contractor and TPD, our construction management firm, will essentially invoice us through this ECMS system. ECMS is the online portal that PennDOT uses, so all the project management goes through that portal. So they invoice through ECMS, we authorize the invoices, PennDOT then sends us a check for that invoice, and then we pay TPD and RoadCon that money. So that is the process. So we're not paying money and waiting to get reimbursed, we're authorizing the payments, receiving the money, and then distributing that money to RoadCon and TPD. The concern, and that's what the resolution is addressing, is that there is a very short window of time in which we have to then take the money once we receive it from PennDOT to disperse it to TPD and RoadCon. It's a 10-day, not business day, 10 calendar day. So we have to be quick. Don't get, well, we'll make sure we'll have a backup. Otherwise I won't be able to be sick at all for the next 4 years. So we have a short turnaround time, and because of that, we can't wait to put these payments on a bills list. So we just need to pay them as they come. Otherwise, we jeopardize our federal funding, which we definitely do not want to do. So this then gives me permission to make those payments on a rolling basis as they come in, and they will be billing us twice monthly.
All right, well, let's vote in favor of that, please, as quick as possible. Yes, thank you. Okay, item E, dumpster license agreement.
So actually, Jim, we're going to be tabling this.
Oh, okay.
John Walco was attempting to finalize this with the property owner, and we were not yet able to come to an agreement. So this is actually still in the works. So we're going to table this matter.
Should we vote to table it, or should we just do nothing and let council table it?
I think you should table it as well.
Okay, motion to table.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, all in favor of tabling this motion, thank you. Okay, you want. It's going well. Item F, contract with Mainline Executive Realty as property manager for 201 Sabine.
Again, we will need to table this.
Okay,
We have been
table this
working
too.
with them to negotiate the essentially the rates that we're
Okay.
looking at. We are in agreement. There's no controversy and nothing has come up that's crazy, but they have not yet responded to our most recent emails to confirm and finalize, so we do not have that available at this time.
Okay, do you want to make a motion to table? So moved.
Second.
Okay, all in favor of tabling this motion, thank you. Item G, TASA program application. I can't say I recall what this is.
We talked about, so I'll make the motion to approve the TASA program application.
Second.
We talked about this in public health and safety.
Okay.
Yes, so this TASA program is the Transportation Alternative Set Aside Program. So this is federal money that comes through the state. This program funds various projects that focus on transportation alternatives, including pedestrian and bicycle facilities. And this year they have a special focus on safe routes to school. So this is something that Pannoni alerted us to, that because they have a special programmatic focus this year on Safe Routes to School, we thought that we would be able to have a stronger application because we have a Safe Routes to School project. So this is to address a capital plan or capital project that we have that was identified previously to replace the flashing school lights. This would be at St. Margaret's School. So there's 2 flashing school lights on North Margaret Avenue, and then there's 2 on Rockland, where the crosswalk is over to Marion Elementary, so that kind of rear walkway entrance to the school. The capital plan only called for the replacement of the flashing lights, which was about $67,000. This program, we're able to do both that and also pedestrian improvements. So we have expanded the project to include ADA curb ramps and crosswalks. So we're looking at the 2 intersections on either end of the block on North Margaret Avenue. So, and a mid-block crossing where the crosswalk is now. So that would be 4 ADA curb ramps and crosswalks on either end of the block. So 8 ADA curb ramps plus ADA curb ramps at mid-block. So that would be 10 just for that block of Narwin Avenue. And then there's already an updated ADA curb ramp. So then we do it on the 2 other sides. And it's a three-way cross there on Rockland. So we would have that, I think it ends up being 13 ADA curb ramps, new crosswalks, and 4 flashing school zone signs replaced. The benefit of this program is that there's no match per se. It's 100% construction funded. We just have to pay for engineering services.
That's fantastic. You know, I passed by that, the mid-block crossing at St. Margaret's a couple times last weekend, and I noticed that people avoid using that crosswalk because they go use the curb cuts for your driveway. You know, particularly if they're older. I saw an older person with a walker or cane. You're like, wow, this could not be more timely. So, yes, that's definitely called for there.
Is there a difference in like what the new flashing signs look like, or are they just like at risk of breaking because they're so old?
They're old. They're from the 60s.
I know, but so like, are they like? Yeah, they're LEDs. I'm just assuming that they're A, more efficient, and B.
I'm assuming yes. So whatever the modern standard is, I mean, I think these are not tailored to any locale. They're all kind of the same.
Okay.
Who sets those off? Who puts them on their timer? Do you?
We
do?
Yeah, I believe it's our police have access to that timer system. So it's key to, when schools are.
So when we talk about the pedestrian safety later tonight, say, I'm talking about the area sign, and on the south side, addressing, we let me know is, from some south side is concerned about pedestrian safety and the future opening of the bridge. You don't mind that.
We're not right. Okay, let's vote let's vote. What are we accepting exactly?
To put in the.
I mean, what is?
So the action.
To submit the application.
Correct. Yeah. Okay. So the action is we have to spend because we spend money on engineering to put together the application. There's a small cost, so Pannoni put together a cost estimate. So they're anticipating about $5,000 to assist in preparing the engineering documents for the actual application. So it's an interesting application. It's a 2-part. You have to submit your preliminary application and then you submit your final application, but it's pretty much the same application for both. So the first application is due September 6th. So if we get authorization for this, we're going to turn right around and work on implementation. And then it would be about $25,000 if the grant is not a grant. If we are awarded the program funding next year, then we would be looking at about $25,000 for design and bid services. Now keep in mind that would total about $30,000 for the whole project, that includes 13 ADA programs and new crosswalks and the school flashing signs. When we were planning on spending $67,000, we're just flashing signs. So in authorizing this, there's an acknowledgement that if we get the grant award, we will budget for those engineering design services as part of our budget process for next year.
Any more questions on this? Let's vote to do this application. Thank you very much.
Great.
Last item, H, certificate appropriateness for 231 Iona Ave.
So moved.
I don't know what we're actually voting on here.
Recommending it to council.
Recommending that
Yeah,
they
because council
accept
takes the, yes.
because we actually have to approve the certificate of appropriateness that we introduced.
We have to approve the certificate of appropriateness for like certain exterior modifications.
Okay. Okay.
So this has been through a hard review or Kevin has
Yeah,
reviewed this?
so it's really, this is consistent with our.
Yeah, I think we got it.
So
Yeah.
Harp has already reviewed
Yeah.
this and have issued the certificate of
Yeah.
appropriateness.
I see, okay.
I just didn't understand what our role was, if they approved.
They're a recommendatory
Yeah.
body.
They're recommending approval and council
Okay.
then grants the approval.
Okay.
Sounds good. No reason to question these, right? Okay, all in favor? Okay, thank you very much. There's our last item, action item. Discussion items. Todd Bressi was not able to join us tonight, but he did send us a written report, very similar to last month's report. I was reiterating the goals of the zoning recodification, the neutral zoning recodification. I talked to him also, and I guess it says in the letter too that they're kind of nearing the end of working on this. I anticipate testing in early September, according to the letter of the Senate.
Yes.
That seems realistic. Right. So they're really making tracks on this.
Yeah, so I also just spoke with Adam Shantz earlier today about timelines for this, but we anticipate that, so Todd was working on a draft, Adam was working on a draft. We had a meeting where we discussed kind of both iterations, decided on a path forward. So they're at this point where they're kind of merging that document together. And then hopefully, and then we're having a follow-up meeting in 2 weeks' time. So we're anticipating having, I don't know about a full draft, but progress that we can then work on then.
Okay.
And we anticipate that we will have a full draft available for the Planning Commission's review for their October meeting. And then Planning Commission will have a chance to take a look at the recodification structure, provide feedback. And then it's going to be just an iterative process as much as we need to at that point. And then that will go through review, we'll make any edits. So I anticipate, not hard and fast, but I anticipate Planning Commission will see it in October, we'll make revisions, they'll see it again in November, we'll make revisions, they'll see it in December. If everything looks good in December, Planning Commission can recommend it to council, council can see it in December. If council is good with it, we can authorize it for advertisement in December and adopt it in January. And then we have that framework for our future zoning work.
That's wonderful. That's great. So glad to see that happen. Okay, looking forward to it. Anyone, anything more to say about this? No. Okay, discussion item B is the website newsletter.
So the really good news is that did everybody get the email?
Yeah.
Just me. Yeah.
Okay.
So impressions, I think it looks great. We have to continue to plug in the things,
Content.
and make sure that when we do that, that it doesn't create glitches for, with some of our content. I think we're past that point.
Yeah.
And then, obviously staff has to make sure that they're fully trained before we go live, so that they can provide like updates
Yeah.
as needed. But I think the navigation, is going to be I mean, just even opening the front page and seeing this nice picture, and it doesn't look like 1990s wet salt, you know, I think
We're not the worst government website I've ever seen.
maybe not, but we're certainly not the best. So I'm excited, you know, it's kind of, I feel like they're delivering on what they promised, you know?
Yeah.
You can go the cheapest route, and obviously it depends when it goes live, but right now I feel pretty good that we made that choice.
So council members were invited to comment on the draft
Yeah.
website. Who should those comments go to?
Kelsey. That's, and CC us.
Okay, then I have some.
Yeah.
Like if I have boarding concerns, things like that?
Yeah, I mean, we're not really at that point yet, but if it's
Okay.
like on the landing page and there's sporting concerns, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Especially if it's on the landing page, because we want the landing page to be,
Okay.
you know, as clean and good as
So
possible.
Kelsey and
Yep.
CC.
Yep.
Mug and that.
Yep.
Okay. Very nice. Nice to see players in that.
Maybe like salt Kelsey. I should. I'd say it's all Kelsey. I assume that's not all of it. That's Kelsey.
It is Kelsey's baby,
Yeah.
yes.
Cool. That's great. Review of ongoing projects, none that I know of. Public comment? Anyone in the room? There's nobody in the room. Is there anybody online
No.
watching? No. There's no public comment. I have a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor of adjourning?
And
We vote? We're all? Okay,
vote.
so we're adjourned at 6:26. Thank you very much.